miracle drink that cleans your arteries. At your last appointment, your doctor might have looked you straight in the eye and reminded you of your cholesterol levels, or perhaps mentioned that your blood pressure is a bit high. Then, they handed you a prescription and sent you on your way. Not a single word was said about your diet. Not a single drink you could consume was mentioned. Just a small white piece of paper and a farewell gesture. But something is very interesting. In a prestigious clinical study published in the journal Clinical Nutrition, patients with severely clogged arteries drank a certain amount of a very common juice every morning for 1 year. As a result, the thickness of their arterial plaques decreased by up to 30%. The process did not just slow down or stop. The plaques actually shrank. Their blood pressure dropped by 12% without changing any medications. So, the question arises, if the research is so clear, why isn't your doctor telling you about this? I am Dr. Sarah Mitchell, and this channel is dedicated to bringing the latest scientific evidence on health and longevity, specifically for people over 60, who deserve real answers, not just prescriptions. If you want to stay informed about what science is showing, subscribe right now. Now, let us get to the answer. The morning drink we are talking about is pomegranate juice. Consuming just 1 cup or approximately 8 ounces every morning is enough. I want to be very clear from the start, this is not a miracle cure. This is not a substitute for your medications. This is not some hidden secret. This is a product that has been studied in dozens of controlled clinical trials, published in prestigious journals, and proven to have a measurable effect on the specific biological processes that lead to clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and heart attacks. We are not talking about folk medicine. We are talking about real science. Allow me to explain what is happening inside your arteries. Atherosclerosis is the medical name for what most people call clogged arteries. It begins when the inner lining of the artery walls, a thin, single-cell layer called the endothelium, is damaged. Think of this lining like the smooth coating inside a garden hose. When it is healthy, blood flows freely. If it is scratched or inflamed, your body sends cholesterol particles to cover that spot like a patch. This is where the biggest problem begins. The most damaging cholesterol particles are oxidized particles. Oxidized cholesterol is much more dangerous than regular cholesterol. It aggressively sticks to the artery walls, causes inflammation, and is swallowed by immune cells, becoming the main building blocks of arterial plaques. Over decades, this plaque builds up, hardens with calcium, narrows the blood path, and eventually causes a heart attack or stroke. What does pomegranate juice have to do with this? Everything. The answer lies in the concentration of the most powerful antioxidants found in any food on the planet. Pomegranate juice contains an extraordinary class of polyphenol compounds, such as punicalagins, anthocyanins, and ellagic acid. These molecules are responsible for its deep ruby color and, most importantly, its incredible effects on the cardiovascular system. Studies have shown that these compounds directly target the oxidation of cholesterol. In one study, after 12 months of pomegranate juice consumption, participants' susceptibility to cholesterol oxidation dropped by 59%. The activity of the enzyme that your body naturally uses to prevent oxidation increased by 83%. Imagine, not only did the harmful process slow down, but the body's own defense mechanism nearly doubled in strength. Another important aspect is nitric oxide. This is your artery's natural relaxant. It signals the walls of the blood vessels to relax, which dilates the vessels and allows blood to flow with less resistance. As a result, blood pressure drops. As we age, nitric oxide production decreases and artery walls stiffen. A study published by the American Heart Association confirmed that pomegranate juice increases the activity of the enzyme that produces nitric oxide and protects the existing nitric oxide. Let us talk about Eleanor. She was 71 years old and had been taking medication for 3 years. Her doctor told her that the plaque in her carotid artery had thickened. Eleanor added pomegranate juice to her morning routine. After 8 months, the plaque buildup stabilized, and her blood pressure dropped by 11 points. Her cardiologist was surprised and said, "Whatever you are doing, keep doing it." A recent meta-analysis analyzed 14 separate clinical trials and found that pomegranate juice significantly lowers blood pressure. A 5-point drop might seem small, but it reduces the risk of heart disease by 14% and the risk of stroke by 17%. Now, here is the protocol on how to consume this drink. Step 1. Choose the right product. You need 100% pure pomegranate juice with no added sugar and not blended with other juices. Make sure the label says 100% pomegranate juice and that it has a high polyphenol content. Step 2. Amount and timing. Drink 8 ounces, 1 cup, of pomegranate juice every morning. It is recommended to drink it with breakfast rather than on an empty stomach. This slows down the absorption of the natural sugar in the juice. Consistency is the most important thing here. You need to drink it every day for at least 8 to 12 weeks to see results. Step 3. Monitoring. If you have a blood pressure monitor at home, keep track of your results. Step 4. Caution. Pomegranate juice can interact with certain medications. If you are taking calcium, channel blockers for blood pressure or blood thinners, such as warfarin, be sure to consult your doctor before starting this protocol. Also, those with diabetes should be cautious, taking into account the natural sugar in the juice. In conclusion, it is scientifically proven that pomegranate juice can reduce arterial plaque thickness, lower blood pressure, and strengthen your body's antioxidant defenses. This is a simple thing you can start doing tomorrow morning. I am Dr. Sarah Mitchell. Your health is worth the 10 minutes of your time spent learning about it. Take care of yourselves.